We just bought a ton of coins. I'm going to show you my top 40 selections from this new batch, starting off with this 1923 Mercury dime, graded MS66 full bands. Beautiful original surfaces. You can just see the lack of major distracting marks. Super nice. Very strong strike. Very original. And a very nice coin. Next up, we have a 1909 VDB in MS66 red. This is a Lincoln wheat cent. Nice original red color. Reverse is super nice as well. Very lustrous coin. Also in the cat graded holder. We have a beautifully toned 1884 O Morgan in MS63. Look at the color on the obverse there. Super nice. No real toning on the reverse, just a one-sided toner. We have an 1896 O Morgan in uncirculated details, questionable color. And if you don't know, the 1896 O Morgan is a super rare coin in uncirculated grade, so I wanted to pick this one up for the inventory. If you have a if you have a typeset or a raw Morgan set, this might be a great selection for you. These get extremely expensive in MS 63, 64, 65 grades. We have an 1892 Carson City Morgan. This one's graded MS 63, has a light toning on it. I like when the coins come like this. This is like clearly from an old manila envelope or something. That's typically where I'll find color like this and just like this super satin, flat, dull appearance. I actually like the way that they look when they come like this. Morgan dollars tend to come like this pretty often. I don't think the market does as much, but I mean, this is a sign of originality to me. So I like this coin, and it's a 92cc. Let me know what you guys think your favorite coin is in the comments. I would love to hear, and I'll share mine at the end of the video, what my favorite coin was from the batch. Here's an 1857 Flying Eagle cent, graded AU 53. Just a nice circulated type coin. The reverse is super nice and original. We have an 1890 Carson City Morgan. These 90 Carson City Morgans are always tough to get. The 90, 91, 92, 93, and of course the 89 Carson City as well. So anytime I can get them, I try to. And this one was recently graded. It's a 61, but it's a nice 61. It's definitely a nice 61. We have a 1939 S Walker in MS66. Nice fields, nice luster. Nothing super crazy about this coin, just a nice coin, nice clean coin. No complaints. We have a 1939 D Walker in MS66 as well. Same story here. Just a nice lustrous Walker. Blast white, no real toning. Just a nice honest MS66. We have an 1868 2-cent piece. This is kind of cool. An MS65 red brown. Nice gem type coin. We have a 1926D Lincoln wheat cent in MS63 red brown. This one's got a purple toning on it. Probably held the coin back from a higher grade, to be honest with you, but we'll take it. Maybe would have been red if not for the purple toning. It's a little bit dark on the obverse for the red designation, but 26Ds are pretty rare and high grades for sure. 1885 O Morgan in MS64. This one's got a little bit of a pattern toning there on the cheek, but a nice toned obverse, similar to the one we saw earlier in terms of color. The reverse is lightly toned. Nice reverse. This one, I like this coin as a 64. It's pretty clean. Nice coin. We have another Carson City Morgan. This one's an 1878 Carson City. This one's an MS62 with a green CAC sticker. I think there's a lot of value in these lower end Carson City Morgans. There's not really a huge jump. There's a lot of them out there, but when you can find a nice 62, you know, that's pretty close to a 63 in reality, the price difference could be huge. So not so much for the 78 Carson City, but for some of the other dates especially. We have a 1935 Peace Dollar and MS66. A little bit tougher to find these ones in 66. Nice blast white coin. We have an 1859 Indian head cent. This is the copper nickel variety. It's got a little bit of a toning pattern there on the reverse. We have another Peace Dollar, 1935 P again. This one's an MS65, and this one has a nice original toning on it. I guess let me know which one you prefer. We have the 35P on the left, which is blast white without any toning. And we have the more original 35P. I think a lot of people would consider this one to be a little more ugly in terms of eye appeal. The market definitely favors the blast white coins, but I personally would rather have the toned one. You know, it's original. And sometimes these are undergraded as well. So I don't know. That's a nice coin. You can see there's a grade point difference between the two, but I don't know. You let me know which one you prefer. This one's definitely quite a bit cheaper. We have a 1912 Liberty V nickel proof. This one's graded proof 67. Nice surfaces, a light toning, a little bit of purple in there, some gold, pretty typical. We have a 1921 Peace Dollar in MS63 by PCGS. Obviously one of the better dates to the set. This one's got a pretty strong reverse there. Usually that right over the eagle will be pretty weakly struck on these, so this one's pretty well struck. You have a 1914 D Lincoln wheat cent, key date. Nice circulated example. And we have a 1908 S Indian head cent, another nice semi-key date to the set. Nice circulated example, pretty affordable. We have a 1912 S, a lot of key dates and semi-key dates in this batch. This one's MS66. So if you know, the 12S is definitely one of the top dates in the Liberty V nickel set. And look at this coin. Look at that toning. To find this toning on any Liberty V nickel would be pretty crazy. But to find one, to find it toned like this is just, I think I saw this coin sell previously, but other than that, I've never seen a 12S tone like this. I don't think I've ever even seen a Liberty V nickel tone like this. They can tone pretty well, but I mean, this is like you see the greens and the reds. I mean, that's really tough. It's tough to find it like this for sure. This is definitely a candidate for my favorite coin. We'll see at the end of the video if it sticks. We have a 1908 $2.50 Indian. This one's graded MS64 CAC. Nice original surfaces. Pretty lustrous. Trying to get more pre-33 gold. It's kind of hard to buy at these levels, but we got a couple this time. Here's the 1912 $2.50. in an older blue holder. Again, MS64 like the last one. Nice original example. These get really expensive in MS65 and 66 grades. So it's always nice to find them in 4s. This is a 1927S. Wheat cent. Nice toning. 62 brown. Nice affordable coin. We have a 1907 Liberty V nickel. This one also has a light toning. Nowhere near the other one, obviously, but you can tell this came out of like an old flip or something. Pretty original. Light toning. We have a beautifully toned 1882 O Morgan, an MS64. This is probably one of my favorite colors in terms of rainbow toned Morgans. Anytime they get this hot pink, it's just, I mean, it's really hard to find hot pink on Morgan dollars, especially, I feel like an 1882 O, although I've seen a lot of 1882 O's toned like this, you don't see a lot of like really attractive 1882 O Morgans, I don't feel like. Let me know if you guys disagree with that if you're a toner collector, but yeah, nice coin. Super fresh too. We just graded this one and got it back. We have an 1887 Morgan graded MS63. This one has a strike through there. You can see that's all struck through something. An interesting minor error. And then the reverse is toned really nicely. Similar toning to what we've seen on a couple of the other coins in this batch. I should have gotten that one reverse mounted, but maybe someone else can. Here's a similar toning again, 1885 O and MS63. Just a nice light obverse toning and a really nice reverse, pretty mark free. Here's what I was talking about when Liberty V nickels can tone. And this is usually what I'll see them look like. They look like this, not like the 12S that we had. Here's a 1912P actually, I didn't even realize that. So here's a 12S versus the 12P. You can see the difference in color in terms of like the color spectrum and I guess vibrancy. This one's definitely got the crazier color if you ask me, but this one's also toned like exceptionally. Let me know which toned Liberty V nickel you prefer, but I'm gonna go with the 12S personally. It might be biased because it's a 12S, but because this coin is really nice too. This is by no means an average toned Liberty V nickel. Be nice if it would have graded a little higher, but I'm glad that it got in a genuine, non-questionable color holder. This is pretty well toned. There's that. We got another tone coin. A lot of toners in this group, a lot of better dates. Here's the 1953 Franklin and MS63. This one's got some pretty crazy toning on it as well. Nice color. It's also toned on both sides, like almost completely, so it's a little bit more uncommon. And here's a really nice, very strong yellow toning, which you don't see too often. MS64 by PCGS in 1885 Philadelphia. Really vibrant, very vibrant and strong yellow, and then well contrasted with the reverse, which is kind of cool. The reverse is completely untoned. The obverse is almost fully toned. And so I think that they match really well, or contrast really well in the sense that it makes it look really good. Here's a 1936 Columbia half dollar MS67 Plus. Just very original. high-end coin. Don't buy a whole lot of high-end commemoratives, but I think you can find some really nice coins in the commemorative series from like the MS66, MS67 range that you wouldn't be able to find in other series. Some really good looking coins at pretty affordable prices. Here's another Carson City Morgan, 1891 Carson City MS63. Just an average MS63 Morgan. Better date. We have a 1947 MS66 Walking Liberty $50. This one's toned on the obverse, a little bit up there on the top, and also on the reverse. And this is a CAC approved coin as well. The obverse is really nice. It's super clean. This light's not, I mean, the light's picking up, I think, all the marks. It's not really doing it justice. So this is a really clean coin. We have an 1880S Morgan in MS67. This is like really, also really clean for a Morgan. Reverse is kind of flashy as well. We have a 1900 Morgan in MS66 Plus with a CAC sticker. We have a 1922S Peace Dollar in MS63. A light toning on it. Hard to find really any toning on Peace Dollars. I didn't even really price this in too much. It definitely looked nicer in hand when I got it, so maybe a good opportunity to find a lightly toned Peace Dollar on a slightly better date, 22S. And a similar story here on this 23S and MS63. Similar toning. This one's got a pretty toned reverse. Nice light color. We have an 1883 Carson City Morgan and MS66 Plus. I didn't realize how many Carson City Morgans there were in this batch. This batch is like entirely key dates or semi-key dates, tone coins, or Carson City. Really pretty desirable stuff, so I guess I'm pretty happy with that. But there's the 83 Carson City and 66 Plus. And last but not least, we have the 1943 D Walking Liberty $50, also with a light original toning and a nice clean obverse, CAC approved as well, and a nice coin. So all these coins are available on our eBay store right now. We're working on our website. The website will be live in a couple of weeks. We'll have some discount codes available to the YouTube subscribers, so I hope you're excited for that. I'll make an announcement once that's ready. Otherwise, these are available right now on eBay. You can check the link in the description, or you can email us at contact@regencycoins for our best price. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know what your favorite coin was in this batch, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.